morning, Amanda. So today we're going to talk about myths of sex and sexuality, and how do myths really hurt us. And then this is the thing, guys. I have no idea why it's 2026, and you can like find books at the bookstore, offline. There are the little book things that people have in front of their houses, exchanges and everywhere, and yet people like never read a book about sex. Never. It just never happens. And so it's so a lot of myths around sex persist generation after generation after generation. And it is amazing. I think it continues to be amazing to me when I'm sitting in my office with these highly intelligent adults and basic sex information just was not given to them. And so I think if we had any type of, I only got human growth and development, I think in my grad program, not a part of undergrad. I just remember in 5th grade, I can't even remember what the class was. I just remember tampons. Like that's how we learned about tampons and the boys laughed. Like that's all I remember from that. And so I think I just want to start off today with just read a book. Just read a book, please. If you're in the sound of my voice, read a book on sex and sexuality or something. Like anything. It is something to educate yourself about. A huge amount of people are learning just in the relationship they're in, or from a big cousin, from a big sibling, from porn. And so I promise if you get a little education, it will go a long way in this area. So good morning, ladies. All right, what do y'all think about people and sexual myths? What's the first thing that comes up?
There are not sorry, I'm just jumping in. There are not nerve endings inside the vaginal canal. Like that is very, very, very rare. And so a lot of women don't experience orgasms or sensation during penetrative sex. And so if the clitoris is not involved, it's like having sex without your penis. So that is the analogy. Now, some people talk to the person that you're having sex with because it is all individual, but the majority of people, that is what that experience looks like. And depending on where the clitoris is in relation to the vaginal opening is dependent on whether or not you have orgasms during penetrative sex. So my Lord, I want to put it on a billboard.
Put it on a pillow. Put it on a pillow.
Okay. All right. With that one also goes a female's lubrication is not directly correlated to how attracted to you she is or not. Okay, Amanda, you have the floor.
The first myth that comes to mind for me is that men always have a high sex drive and women always have a lower sex drive. It's not true. There are women out there that would have sex every day if they had the chance. There are men out there who would have sex 0 times a year if they had the chance. It is a spectrum, people. Let's get off the binary.
Yeah.
And sexual desire is dependent on the individual, on the relationship, all sorts of factors. It's not men want it more, women want it less. And I hear that from so many of the couples that I work with.
Yeah.
Brings women a lot of shame and men a lot of shame too when you're trapped in this binary dynamic.
It is. And I think with that is it changes across the lifespan. It does. And it can go either way, up or down. You may decide, oh man, I want this a lot more in my life. And then get a job that's stretching you out and I'm not trying to do that right now. And so just being patient with the process. And just because your partner may want less sex doesn't mean they want less of you. So there's not a direct correlation. If they love me, they'll want to have sex with me. And I think this came up this week because it's come up several times throughout my practice. There's also, this is not I don't think an out loud spoken myth, but it's definitely a pervasive kind of mythical thought that happens for a lot of my guys I've noticed. Their line of thinking is, if I do well and do the things I think I'm supposed to do to be a good man, she'll appreciate me by having sex with me.
Like the transactional.
Yes. And so usually when it comes up, I don't know, it still shocks me. I'm like, that's where we're at. Okay. And so couples, please make sure you're having that conversation, because I know so many partners have been like, okay, but when I said thank you, when I didn't feel when I brought you coffee this morning, that didn't feel like appreciation when I did this. And so I don't even know. I think I just want to call it mythical. Like, I don't know if it's a direct myth, but it's definitely a misconception, and people are misfiring. So, okay, what other myths are coming up?
So I think it's also really important that while Natalie talked about like not wanting sex is not wanting a partner, that can be true. Absolutely. Okay. And they may not be wanting the sex that they're having, because if you're not having good sex, it doesn't matter what you want. You don't want sex that's not fun. And so like you could actually have a very different libido than what you think you have, because you're just not liking the sex that you have. And so like really being able to take a step back, because the sex that you're having, people aren't automatically good at sex. Like that is a thing that like media says you automatically know how to do this. You don't. Nobody does. You're figuring it out. You're watching porn. That is not helpful in a lot of cases. And so like really having those conversations and talking with the person that you are having sex with. What do you like? What do you dislike? What is more neutral that like maybe you think I like and you're doing for me, and then I don't actually want to do that. And so like we can just take that whole thing out. And so just really, really having those conversations versus assuming that you're doing well.
Yeah.
I think the other side of that is clients who assume because they haven't had 1,000 sexual partners that they're not doing well.
Yes.
And so, and it saddens me. They'll start, well, I never had a lot of sexual partners. And it's just like, and like, even if you had 100, the sexual partner you're with right now is what's important. Like the 100 could be completely different than your current partner. And so I think there's a myth that the more sexual partners you have, the better partner you'll be. Yeah. That's not necessarily true. Also, kind of on that same line of myths there's this phenomenon that happens from time to time where it's usually a male, and he'll say something to the effect that none of my other partners ever complained. They've all had an orgasm with me.
No, they didn't.
And so I'd like to say, I'm sorry. I'll say this. Let me start broad first. Please don't compare any dating relationship to a marital relationship, or sex in a dating relationship to sex in a marital relationship. So when that conversation seems to happen, they're looking at their marital partner that they've been with for 10 years, talking about, why aren't you responding? Or like my girlfriend of 6 months, like, she loved everything that I did. And yet y'all somehow didn't make it as a couple. So I think, I don't know what the myth is there, but definitely there's some error in thinking there going on. Yeah. So it's so fun. Like, and I'm saying, you honestly believe that every partner you have had they've all had orgasms. It's all been perfect. You've got an A every time, even though, like, what I just said, sex is a skill that has to be learned over time. Yeah. And I think you learning it new and different with each new different partner because it's something that's individualized. This is definitely not a one size fits all type of thing. So, okay. What other myths are coming up for you guys? Go.
One that comes up a lot is that scheduling sex or intimacy is somehow not sexy. And that all sexual and intimate encounters must be spontaneous. We don't show up to work without prepping for the project that's due. We don't make dinner without going to the grocery store with a list first. Why can't we prepare for intimacy and sex?
Yeah.
And, the analogy that I often give our clients, my clients, is that, it's like going to the gym, right? Like if you go every day for 3 months and you don't anymore, you just stop, your body's going to miss it for some period. If you schedule intimacy every Thursday night for a year, and then you guys drop off the schedule and don't do it, you're going to crave that time together. So why not make it intentional? We schedule things for our kids. We schedule things for ourselves. Like keep yourself on the schedule. Like it's really, I think it's sexy to plan intimacy. It's not it's nerdy or a downer like a lot of people think it is.
I think the other thing about that most is when people are dating, they're very much planning sex. Very much so.
Yeah.
Like we two people, because we don't know each other well, have decided that we're going to get together on Saturday night and spend time with each other, hoping, usually at least one of them is hoping, maybe both, that we're going to have some physical intimacy.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we expect it to, multiple things. So it's not happening spontaneously when you're dating. It's not. There's planning going forth, And so I don't know why we get to marriage and then there's myth is supposed to happen spontaneously when it never happened spontaneously before. And so, the myth of spontaneity. Good one. Okay. What else is coming up for you guys?
I think it's also important to lump in organic, with that. So one, organic doesn't have a set term. Even in the food industry, there is not a regulated term for organic. And then we think about organic. So it's not natural. Lemons aren't natural. We made lemons. Life never gave us lemons. We created our own damn lemons. So organic is also needing a strict sense of parameters. If you take an acorn and put it in the desert, there's not going to be a tree that grows. All of that is organic, but you don't have the right conditions. You don't have the right things that particular thing needs. And so we always have to think about context. We always have to think about environment. We always have to think about all of the pieces that go into experience, not just, well, I'm here and you're here and it should work. No.
Just no. We're both like, no. That is really good. So I didn't know we created lemon.
Yes. So it was from a citron fruit and another type of fruit that was crossbred. And that's how we got lemons.
That's so interesting. My mind is blown. I feel like I live off of lemons. And then the funny thing is recently, my partner got me the lemons that didn't have seeds in them. And I was like, this is unnatural.
It all is unnatural.
Right? See what an ignorant mind will do?
You don't know what you don't know.
Should have seeds in it. Fruit that doesn't have seeds, I don't know about that. So, okay. All right. Anything else? Any other myth?
Ooh, I have one. So beauty stereotypes are stereotypes set by corporations to make money, not what average people like and appreciate. Because there are far more men that are willing to have sex and excited to have sex with people of different body types than women think there are.
That's true.
That's true.
It's the companies that are lying to you. They're the companies that want you to spend money to look a particular way. That doesn't mean all men want that.
Yeah.
And the same for women. Just because something is chiseled or looks a particular way doesn't mean all women want that.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing that I have no idea why we think that, because we understand that human beings, I have my favorite food and I like to eat it often. But if I ate my favorite food 3 times a day, every day, I'm not going to want it. We like variety. We like having different things. Most of us have a couple of favorite foods, and we're good with it all. Most of us are actually attracted to multiple different types of people and body types. And yet we get locked into, I've seen a lot of people get locked to, well, I know I'm not their body type, so they must not like me. Like it just no. And like it's so much more to body types than people. So please don't get locked into that myth or let your feelings get hurt by it or limit yourself because of it, because that's so not true. And so when I talk to clients about like just attraction in general, I'll talk about myself, like because I am of the generation of Ice Cube and Ice-T and Snoop Dogg. Like all of those are still, desiring to be my baby daddies. And like I'm still a 13-year-old girl with them. They're three completely different body types.
Yeah.
And like personalities. And I like them all. Like you like what you like. Like, and so just be okay being human and know that other humans are human too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So switching around from the myths to what you guys want people to know, to do differently. What? Go.
Sorry, I keep monopolizing things. There's another myth. So the outward appearance of someone indicating their preference in bed. That does not exist. Does not exist. You can have a super cute little sweet church-going girl next door who is freaky AF. Like, and the more buttoned up, the more they may go a little nuts. So like, there's a correlation there, not always but like you can have somebody that is very outwardly sexual, wearing things that emphasize their body and will not do anything on a first date. Like, these are not corollaries. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Cause like I worked with a client who very much had I'm sexually attracted to these type of women, but I want to marry this type of woman. And I'm like, okay. Yeah,
let's bring that together. They were actually, I was watching something like random TV show, and they were talking about that in the gypsy culture, how the young women dress a certain way, but actually they're very conservative. And I think that was very, very interesting. And so like, that's huge. So, okay. All right. So what do we want clients to know now?
What do I want them to know?
I'll go. I want y'all to read a book.
Yeah.
Anything.
And audiobooks count.
On female sexuality, male sexuality, anything. She comes first, becoming clitorate. I don't care. Just read. Like, I just want you to know that you can educate yourself. I want you to know that good sex is not just going to happen. It can be created. I want you to know that you can work on it. It can get better. I want you to know that there are answers there. I think a lot of clients come to our office and just like, well, we don't know what to do. Like, we've tried everything. And it's just like, well, have you read a book? No. Did y'all like Google any research articles on it? No. Have y'all been talking about consistently making a plan and how we're going to fix it? No. Okay. When you say you tried everything,
what was that?
What have you tried?
Right. And so like, I love when I get to be able to say, all right, couple, y'all realize y'all had a problem. Y'all got the information. Y'all worked on it. Y'all don't have the problem anymore. And so I love being able to say that at the end of a great session of now part of your story is that we can fix things in our relationships and it can be. So I think that's what I want people to know. Like great sex just doesn't happen. Like it can be curated. It can be created. It can be a skill that we're building together. Please know that. Okay. You guys go.
I would like the people watching or the couples we work with, individuals. This is my theme right now. Reject the binary. It's sexuality is a spectrum. Like frequency of sex is a spectrum. Desirability of different body types. It's all a spectrum. I've seen some clients where, especially older men, like they are freaked out when the newer women in their lives are more aggressive sexually than they're experienced. These things are all individually dependent. And if I could give a gift to any of the people who are watching, our clients that we have, is that individuality is what counts the most, like the individual human, not the this or that, the binary. So yeah, face each other, not the assumptions that you have about gender or sexuality. Like, be in it.
So, all right, Jessica, I'm really jealous of your self-soothing cat. Like,
don't. He sheds, and I just put lotion on, and I'm covered in fur.
Oh,
Do
man.
not be jealous. It's
so
terrible.
Soothing, like just so soothing.
And it is not. So see, not everything just because it looks a certain way is true.
Right.
I think the biggest thing that I would want people to know is you are allowed to ask for what you want. Like, I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday, and it's like, I feel like I am so assertive in so many parts of my life, and then it gets to relationships and sex, and I'm like, please, if it's not inconvenient and doesn't cause too many issues, I would like this. And it's just very tentative and very, no, can I? And so I'm trying to like step into that of like, I can just ask for what I want. And if you're not willing to give that to me, that's okay. Yeah. I just need to know that. And you need to know that this is what I want. And if that doesn't work, cool. We're not a match. Move on. Like, find somebody else. And so like somebody is going to be really, really excited to give you the thing that you're wanting. But you have to ask for it and you have to say it out loud.
Excellent. Okay.
Guys, I have a repairman. I have a repairman at the door. I got to pop out early. Have a good weekend.
All right. Okay. All right. I have one more myth that we didn't talk about. The myth that everybody else is having more sex than you.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
They're not. I'm here to tell you, they're not. They're not. that is a myth. That is a myth. The average long-term committed couple, because I remember this number was so specific in a Barry McCarthy workshop, because I was like, how'd y'all put that specific? The average number of sex that people are having in long-term committed relationship is 67 times a year, which turns out to be about once a week and like on holidays. So like birthday sex, the day after Christmas sex, day after Thanksgiving sex, like the anniversary sex. And so 67 times a year. And I felt the need to pause on that because this is the other thing. And Jessica said this too, like get the pause. If whatever you're doing is working for you, it's working. So if you're not at 67 times and you're at 12 times and you are both happy with that, you're good.
Fine.
You're fine. This it like you like well on TV. Oh, please.
No one that you are not having sex with gets to dictate your sex life. Period.
Oh my God.
If you are not having sex with this person, they don't get input.
Period.
And if you're not having sex with that person at that time, they don't get input. Like,
even better.
Barring some like fluid bonding, poly, communication is important. But also, just because this person thinks it should be done this particular way, if you are with another person and that's a different partner, you can do it differently.
Yeah. I think the last myth I want to talk about, because I know we were talking about the positives and then I dropped back to myth, is that somehow it's just going to fix itself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. No.
And I would also encourage you, is there any part of your life where you've just ignored it and it's gotten better?
Right.
Because I would guarantee that happens maybe 1 out of 50 times.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah. I have the longest time that I've had a couple that haven't had sex, I think was about 22 years. And then they came in. And it's like, we didn't want to fix this to year 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, no. Well, we always thought it'd fix itself.
And it took you 10 years to figure out that didn't work? Like,
no. Oh, no. Y'all know, I have recently actually had a client call back and say, because I think I had I can't even remember. Anyway, a long time ago. But they were like, hey, it's been 11 years and that thing didn't fix. I just want to call and tell you were right. Yeah. Oh, thank you, client. I don't remember a case. Like, wow. And so they're like, we're having to make some different decisions now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last final thoughts for the day, Jessica.
Talk to each other. Ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Be curious about the answers. Don't assume that because they like something or don't like something that it's because you're deficient or lacking in any way.
Yeah. The idea, I think for some people where sex works really well, it's just amazing that it works well for you guys. Like, I'm really excited about that. Please know the majority of the culture is struggling in some area in some way. Like, you're not the anomaly because you're struggling. And so, we have so many people who think that they're broken, that they're weird, that they're abnormal. And the truth is, you're more normal than you know. Mm-hmm. You really are. So, all right. That's all we have to share with you this morning, people. Y'all have a great and wonderful day, a great and wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye.